G'day, my name's Wilfred West from Locksport, Victoria, Australia. Welcome to Locksport, the home of online gaming, wonderful views and Australian wildlife. I do hope you like these videos, if so please subscribe. G'day all. Now this is a steak I got from Coles. It's an Angus steak. It's got a good marbling to it, it's very tender. Now the two seasonings I've used for it is the Texas T-bone. Now this here is a beautiful seasoning. It tastes fantastic, goes well with steak, hamburgers and stuff like that. Very salty, but you don't use too much of it. So pretty much that's the salt for it. And then the next seasoning, I use this one, it's a dry rub. So pretty much I'm not going to put any more seasoning onto that, that's perfect. Now, the smoking thing, put this away, I'll show you that in a second. Now this is what we're going to be smoking today. It's my stove top smoker. Hasn't been used for a bit, so sitting in the box being just chilling there because I've got a little tiny steak. I don't need such a big steak, so pretty much what you do, the meat will sit on here. Now you can get other things there, and you put your ashes into here. Not your ashes there. You put your sawdust into here. I got a big bag of hickory dust. Try to bring that to the camera if we can. If you can see that. It's a massive bag of hickory dust. Now, I got this before I got the smoker, the Green Mountain Grill smoker, but as you can see, I'm going to waste a lot of electricity just smoking one little tiny bit of meat. I'm not smoking anything else tonight. I'm going to do spuds in the oven again with carrots and onion and garlic. So what you do with this, you just get this, sprinkle this over. Now what it does is the heat from the barbecue, right, will heat this up and start to make this smoke. And that will create your smoke flavour for the top. Don't need too much, just need a nice layer that's going to do the job. Right. Any exit, like what you do at the end of the smoking, right, tomorrow, next day, I'll put the, I'll grab all the ashes out and I'll just tip them into the garden because that's good for the garden. And that just simply goes onto there. So make sure that's going to sit okay. So you'll try and make it even as possible, or flat as possible I should say. So it's going to sit there nicely. I'll put the lid over it. What you do is you leave a little gap open about, say, so big. I'll put the lid back on it. I'll show you. Before we even put the steak into there, we'll leave this as is. You can put water into there if you want to keep it moist. I want to try to create more of a dry rub on it, so get that rub going. But you leave a little gap. Alright, this goes over like that. So when that's sitting there, that's sitting on the flame, you leave a tiny little gap so that way there, when you see the smoke coming out, that's when you close it. Okay. I'll put the steak into there as well at the same time, and then you turn it down to what you want to cook it as. Basically that's pretty much it, ready to go into the smoker, or go into the barbecue I should say, and that will create your smoke for you. It does a really good job, keeps everything moist. Trick is trying to keep the gas temperature right to get the flavour you want into there, and also the cooking time. The cooking time is a bit harder to judge with this thing than it is with the Green Mountain Grill smoker, because I'm using gas and I've got no temperature. You can't tell how hot this is going to get and so forth. So pretty much it's a lot of guesswork. But you're looking at 20 minutes to half an hour on the higher medium. So if I crank it right down, once I get the smoke running, I can crank it right down low and let the smoke get into there and create some bark on it, and then later finish it off maybe on the barbecue if it needs a bit of extra crispiness on the outside. We'll go from there. that's it. I'll show you the next step then when putting the barbecue. Okay, welcome back. Now we have the steak sitting in here nicely. You can see that there. I'm going to crank this up first of all. Move this out of the way for a second. Crank this up first. Down my arm. Now, you want it on high to begin with. Now, spuds are in the oven. They're going to take what, an hour to do. So, spuds will be cooked for an hour. I might get a little bit of water in there just to get a bit of keep a bit of moisture. I put it on high to begin with just to create the smoke. Then I'll close it and turn it right down. So I'll get a little bit of water there for it. Now, the reason why I got this light on, it gets bloody dark here early. Don't need to overfill it. Going to be smoking it for about just under an hour. So it's going to be a low temperature smoke. And I'll turn it right down. And just keep an eye on the smoke, how it's coming out and so forth. So we're waiting for that smoke to come out now. Close a bit more now. You can see it coming out now. Now I think we've got enough water in there. Let's have a look. Probably a bit more water. Slide it back a bit more. Then we'll get a little bit more water into there. That'll do enough. Don't want it to go over the top. It's hard with the angle. So let that smoke a little bit more. Because a lot of times you just put it in here, you do it quickly, get it smoking. But this time I want to turn it down and just let it smoke for that hour. Because the meat's really beautiful. And I hope the wind doesn't pick up too much. Yeah, that's fair. So the garlic, the onion and the carrots and the spuds are in the oven. They've been marinated with a bit of Moroccan seasoning, salt and chilli. So what I'd like to do is I'll put them in the microwave first for about 5 minutes each spud. Cut them into quarters and then sprinkle a bit of salt on it, Moroccan seasoning onto the white parts. I'll never take the skin off. Onto the flesh parts and a bit of chilli onto each individual one. Because you let them cool down first and then you can do that because otherwise it'll burn your hands. And then you basically just make sure they're all covered how you like them. Then you put them down the thickest side down first. You cook that for half an hour, turn everything over. Half an hour later you've got perfect spuds, perfect garlic, perfect carrots and perfect onion. Now that's smoking up nicely. So I'll close that. Now that's sitting on the flames there, so we're going to turn these flames down a bit, move it over a bit also. Creates more of a wind block. And we'll turn it down to about medium to low maybe. Just want to see. So you want it high enough so the wind at the moment is not going to blow it out, but you don't want it too high where it's going to cook it too fast for you, or smoke it too fast. But you want that constant smoke, as you can see here, coming out. I think that will do there. Now, I could finish it off in the on this later if it needs to. So after about, when I check the spuds next, about 5:30, I'll check the spuds and turn them over and have a quick look at this. Because I've been there for half an hour, and then I'll keep an eye on the temperature and that. I'll keep an eye on how much how the flames are going. I hope they don't get blown out or anything like that. This is the key part of this one. And see how the steak's cooking. And then I'll just basically near the end of it, and it'll cook after an hour. I'll see if it needs to go onto the barbecue. If not, we'll see how we go. Welcome back. Now these have been sitting there for half an hour. Turned everything around. You can actually see some of the colours, how crispy it's getting. Now I'm going to leave this another for half an hour. I'll probably put them in there. Probably like 15 minutes. I might turn them onto the skin side. Don't know. See how it looks. I know garlic with breading, they'll be perfect. Just a bit worried about some of these carrots here. But other than that, this is what's been done. All I do is put a bit of butter and also put a bit of this oil in. It's a little lemon infused oil. Plus with salt, as I said before, salt, Moroccan seasoning, and a little bit of chilli. Okay, and they taste quite good. I always take one out and test it just to see how it goes. That's going perfect. Okay, welcome back. Now, you've just seen the spuds. Now, have a quick look at this steak. Now, I cranked up a little bit more. You see that smoke still coming out of here. I don't like to open it, but since this is the first time I'm trying this, I want it to make sure how everything's going. Let's have a quick look. Let's continue on like that. And I'll probably turn it up a bit actually. So full. Go down just a little bit more. I want that to smoke still. And to give a nice flavour into that meat. So what I'll probably do just before the spuds are ready, right, crank open the, put this on so I can then let that heat up for about 10 minutes so I can give it I can take the steak out, put it onto here to give it a bit of colour. So it looks like some charred marks and stuff like that onto the meat. You see that there wasn't quite charred. I didn't really want to take the risk of not putting water into there. I want to keep it moist, but also want to smoke it too. So next time I probably won't put some water in it, and I'll test it out that way when I smoke again. But anyway, we'll continue on, and yeah, hope you enjoy this little video. Okay, welcome back. Now we've taken it off the smoke, off the heat. Have a quick look at it. It's not too bad. Now we just want to get it chuck on here, so we want that some charred marks now on each side. So pretty much all we're going to do is leave it on there. I've had this on for over 10 minutes. We've got about 10 to 15 minutes ready for these spuds before they're ready. But I've smoked it for almost an hour, so I want to give it some charred marks on it, just to help give it an extra bit of flavour and texture and all that. Next time I think I might try without water and see how it goes. I think that more steamed it with the water. Smoked and steamed it, but I want to try it again. Next time I do a steak like this, I'll do it exactly the same way, but I won't put any water into there. Since I cleaned all this out, I've got to find the new sweet hot spot for this thing. But she's looking good. But we'll just turn it over. We'll turn it around every now and then. Anyway, let's stop here and we'll have a look at the end product when everything's all said and done. Okay, now this is the end result. Now, I'll have a quick taste of the current. Current's perfect. These buds, nice and crunchy. Not very hot, but nice and fluffy on the inside. Absolutely perfect. Now, this is what I wanted to look at. I've already cut some other stuff up. I might do a little bit. It seems it's well cooked, definitely well cooked. I might have to turn it down. It falls apart in your hand. We can smell the smoke in it, but you can't really see any smoke ring. Oh. It's still nice. You can taste the smoke in it, the hickory smoke. I'll probably put more salt on it next time. But I might try, yeah. I might actually put down a lower keep it a lower temperature next time. But other than that, very nice. That is a very nice steak. Anyway, my name is Wilfred West from Locksport, Victoria, Australia, signing off. Thank you again for watching my videos, and all comments are welcome. You all have a great day now.